Hey guys, it's Dave Santarelli from Breaking Chart Alerts, Santarelli Trading Exchange, and Stock Options Trading Academy. So, I just wanted to make this quick video. It's Sunday evening here, getting ready for the trading week, and I just wanted to make this quick video. I had a lot of people who aren't traders who were asking me what happened with Robinhood, what happened with GameStop and Reddit and everything. So, I just want to break this down as a trader perspective for you guys and give you guys my personal opinion. Okay, so first off, as you guys know, Robinhood, it's a commission-free, brokerage account. You guys could buy, sell shares of stock, stock options, different types of things. It's really a mobile app, and you guys could use it as you will. But it's not really reputable. I've been against them for many years, as you guys have seen on my Facebook page. Not an advocate of Robinhood. I really rather you guys trust the more stable brokerage firms like TD Ameritrade, E-Trade, Interactive Brokers. But first, guys, I want to get down to what happened. Okay, so let me do this. Okay, so guys, every day, as being a trader and teaching people how to trade stock options, derivatives, shares of stock, one important thing we send out to our members every day is the newsletter, the top upgrades and downgrades of every single day. And I want to tell you guys why this is so important. Okay, so here's an example of our newsletter we sent out on Friday, right? So if you guys take a look at this from our website, breakingchartalerts.com, we email this to our members every day. We tell you guys the top upgrades and downgrades each day, okay? Now, how do upgrades and downgrades work and what are they? Okay, so let's say this. Let's say you want a stock to go higher, right? Obviously, you're going to buy that share. If you think a stock is going to go lower, you're going to short that stock or buy puts on that stock if you're trading stock options. But if you guys see here, you have upgrades, downgrades. Who are they initiated by? Are the brokerage firms. And really, these are the hedge funds trading people's money. So when they come in and say, okay, RBC Capital Markets is upgrading Sally Mae from a sector perform to an outperform, they're raising their target from $15 to $20. All this is really doing on a big scale here is they're saying, hey, we're buying RBC or we're buying Sally Mae here, and we want you guys to follow us. That's what they're doing every day by sending out their upgrades. Why do you think these big hedge funds say, hey, we're upgrading this stock today? I mean, it's not an individual that's doing it, it's the hedge funds that control money in that stock. So when they give that upgrade, they're hoping people follow along with them. Now same thing goes for downgrades. When a stock gets downgraded, it's usually these companies, these hedge funds that are shorting the shares or buying puts on the stock, and they want you guys to follow. They say, "Hey, we're going to downgrade ADT here from a buy to a neutral, and we're going to change its price target to whatever here." And then that's how you make money as the stock drops lower there. If you're short the stock, for example, let's take a look here and exactly what is shorting because a lot of people don't understand shorting. Okay, so shorting, let's just say that you have a stock that's at $10, right? You want to bet that that stock's going to go lower. You're going to short those shares. The max you could lose on that trade is what? Or the max you could gain on that trade is if the stock goes from $10 to $0. Okay, then you have your 100% return there. Okay, but what if it goes against you when you're short the stock? As the stock starts to climb, you lose money by shorting that stock. So there's something known as margin requirements for a stock. Okay, now here's the big thing. People ask what happened with that hedge fund. Okay, so first off, there was a Reddit group called Wall Street Bets. It's just a group with a few million people in it. And they said, hey, there's not really that much floating shares of GameStop, and there's a big short on that stock. So they said, hey, if we buy the shares, there's going to be something called a short squeeze. And if we go back to the information over here that I just shared with you guys, let me see. What is a short squeeze here? Let's say you're short a trade, the trade's gotten crowded, you have a lot of short sellers, all of whom have borrowed shares, and that's a whole totally another story here. So the other thing that AOC, Mark Cuban, and all of them, even Elon Musk was coming, how could you short a stock that you actually don't own? Which that's a question in itself here, but let's get back to the main story. So you have a lot of short sellers, all who borrowed shares and have to pay them back. Okay, now when do they have to pay them back? That's something called a margin requirement from the brokerage firm. So if that brokerage firm says, here's the margin requirements for GameStop, and that hedge fund short X amount of dollars on it, and the stock continues to rise, then they got to either A, add funds to that trade, because they have to cover that margin requirement somehow, or B, take a loss on that trade and move on to the next one. And what happened with Robinhood here in GameStop was incredible. If you guys take a look here, here is GameStop, which went all the way up to $469 a share. So that group called on Reddit, that group on Reddit called Wall Street Bets, they took that stock from, you know, basically 50 bucks all the way up to $469 here. Now what happened? Look at this big drop you see on January 28th to January 28th here. Okay, look at that drop now. What happened there? Well, Robinhood restricted trading for people on the Robinhood app there. So they basically said you could sell your stock, but you can't buy any stock there. So if you could only sell but you can't buy, what's going to happen with that stock? It's going to have a drastic drop in price there, right? Now here's the thing. Did Robinhood manipulate the markets? And here's where it could be iffy, and I think they personally did. So here's what happened with Robinhood. So Robinhood has all this people trading GameStop on their app, right? And their clearinghouse there increased their margin requirements. So now Robinhood had to come on here. They had to borrow $1 billion to meet the surging cash demands here for the higher margin requirements. Now take a guess what happened. How the heck do you guys think Robinhood raised $1 billion from these hedge funds? If you go on and read the story from the Wall Street Journal here, you'll see exactly what happened and why they were in the predicament they were in. Now, how are these hedge funds bailing out these brokerage firms here? It's beyond me. So if Robinhood comes in and says, "Hey, you guys can't buy anymore," then the stock price isn't going to go higher. And if that stock price doesn't go higher, the people who bought the shares on Robinhood, their stock price is going to plummet and they're going to lose money. Who's going to make money in that situation is the hedge fund who, as that stock price drops, they're able to buy back those borrowed shares at a lower price than at these highs that you're seeing here at 469.42. So I think Robinhood and these broker firms, they had a huge market manipulation by telling the little guy that they could not buy any more shares, they could only sell. So by them telling all these little retail investors here, you guys can't buy anymore, you could only sell, look at what happened. The stock went from 469.42 all the way down to $132. And that's what happens when you manipulate the markets like that. If you have a free market and you tell one side you guys can't buy, you could only sell, well, guess what? Those short sellers are going to make a huge profit or reduce their losses on that trade as that stock continues to pull back there. So to me, I think that was pure market manipulation because if you ask me, they're now whining about this group on Reddit. We have a Facebook group with, almost 30,000 people in it. You guys know I've been doing this for over 10 years. Trading, trading live with you guys, having the groups. So I see this stuff all the time here. And what I wanted to say was Robinhood actually put out a statement about what happened this week here as well. And if you read it, they're just talking about the settling trades and whatnot. But why did they have to tell their traders that they can't buy anymore? They could only sell. To me, that's market manipulation. They raised $1 billion there from the hedge funds. They raised $1 billion from the hedge fund, and to me, if you got a brokerage firm that's taking money from the hedge fund here, and let me see where I put it here. Here it is. So if Robinhood is taking money from these larger hedge funds and these, investors here, and they're not really worried about the little guy, and they're telling the little guy, the little trader there with their Robinhood accounts, that they can't buy any more stock. I mean, what difference is it from that compared to these brokerage firms that are sending out daily upgrades and downgrades every day to try to get all the other hedge funds and market makers to follow them with their upgrades and downgrades? That's pure market manipulation. Here's how the hedge funds tell people to follow their trades, and here is how Reddit tells people to follow their trades. So tell me what's any different here, guys, and you guys can make the call. So whether you're in a retail trader setting and you got 7.5 million other traders following there and discussing trade ideas with you, and they're saying, hey, let's go against this hedge fund that is short these shares, and they do that, and then all of a sudden their brokerage account is stopped. You can't buy anymore. You stop. You could only sell. I mean, that to me is market manipulation. When a stock drops and these short sellers are making money, they don't do the reverse of that and say, hey, you can only buy, you can't sell right now. I mean, it's pure market manipulation. Something needs to be done, especially when you get Alexandria Ocasio Cortez, Mark Cuban, Ted Cruz, and the Trumps all on the same page. They're all actually saying, yes, there is market manipulation here. Something happened with Robinhood, and they need to be investigated, and there's going to be a probe into that. And I guarantee you, Robinhood did have its IPO plan coming up soon, but like I said, it's not a good brokerage firm. I'd stay away from it personally. I use eTrade Pro. I love it. They're lagging at times, but they never do the things that I see Robinhood do. Like some days you're not even able to sell a trade for an entire day because their platform is out. So, like I said, you guys have to decide. Was that market manipulation? If you ask me, right here, our website, Breaking Chart Alerts, we send out the hedge funds' top upgrades, downgrades, the financial institutions' top upgrades and downgrades. Why do they do this? They do this to say, hey, come follow our trades. We think this stock's going to this price here, so we're buying it and we're going to upgrade it, and we think you should follow along with us. That's what these upgrades and downgrades really are if you look at them every day. It's these brokerage firms. That's why if you look at their, brokerage firm, they said we have a 4-star rating on this stock here. We predict it right X amount of the time. And if they do that, they get followings. Like there's different reputable brokerage firms here that you follow, or hedge funds for their upgrades and downgrades. But that's how it works on a daily basis. They're sending out their upgrades, downgrades, and now this group on Reddit, or even us with Stock Options Trading Group by Breaking Chart Alerts on Facebook. If you guys follow us there, right here, let me go to it. Here's our Facebook group right here. We have over 20,000 people in it. We have 20,000 people in our day trading stock and options room by Breaking Chart Alerts right here. And, all we're doing is we're posting our upgrades, downgrades. We're showing some market setups. We teach people how to trade. And guess what? It works. Here's our Here's our account over the past year since we started the trade challenge. We started the trade challenge back in April, right? Look at what we've done by basically doing the same thing, that these Redditors have doing, just with our own, due diligence, research on the markets, following our trade plan. This is what we did in 1 year, up 287.56%, while the Dow is only up 3.43% in that same year period. Here's the Dow in that green down here, and the purple here. That's what our trade challenge account has done over the past year there. So incredible, guys, what you guys could do if you're really following the markets and you're looking to make extra income on the side. Right now, there's more traders out there. There's more retail traders out there than ever before. Look at what happened with this hedge fund here. This hedge fund lost $19 billion because of retail traders like us coming in and saying F you to those big guys right there. And that's huge, guys. These hedge funds and short sellers lost $19 billion in 2021, and it's not even over yet. Not even January's not even over. After they bet against GameStop. So if these hedge funds could bet against a company and hope for their demise, Why can't a group of investors, retail traders get together and say, hey, we support this company, we're going to buy it? Yeah, obviously the fundamentals of GameStop are honestly horrible. I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm not going to tell you guys exactly what, to buy and sell there, but what was I getting at here? I just saw a comment up there. I totally forgot I was live on YouTube there. But if you guys are taking a look here and you're seeing they lost 19 billion in 2021, if they could bet on a company's demise, buy, short sell it, why can't these guys come together and say, hey, let's buy the stock? Now, like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. I think GameStop fundamentals are absolutely horrible. So, I wouldn't be buying GameStop right now, and I certainly wouldn't be following some of these people that you see on there, on some of these groups. But if you guys are interested in learning how to trade, you guys could go to breakingchartalerts.com. We trade live together every day. And like I said, if you ask me, that's manipulation at its finest there. Robinhood declining the transactions, the buy transactions of GameStop, saying you could only sell. And then you guys saw what that did to that stock price there. When Robinhood did that and said that, made that statement, you guys can see exactly what GameStop did, going from 469.42 dropping down to 130. What is it? 132 right there. So that was a big deal. Like I said, I wouldn't personally buy GameStop. The fundamentals aren't there. They taught the hedge fund a lesson. That's good. They lost 19 billion, the short sellers and the hedge fund on that. So to me, good for them. I'm happy they did that. And I'm really looking forward to the week here, guys. I think we're going to see some volatility we could take advantage of, and continue to grow that trade challenge account. And remember, we're starting that next one in a couple of weeks, or that next trade challenge account. So if you guys are looking, we're aiming for at least a 300% return on our trade challenge account each year here. Our last one was about 1900%. This one here so far is about 287% from April 3rd, 2020 to January 29th, 2021. So guys, like I said, we use upgrades, downgrades, which are basically these hedge funds, larger institutions' way of saying, hey, this company, follow us on this trade, or hey, downgrade, we're going to short this or buy puts. It's their same way of doing it. So for that Reddit, and then for them to tell them, hey, you can't trade that stock, to me, that's market manipulation at its finest. The big guys could do it, but they won't let the little guys here do that. So that's up to you guys, but I'm really looking forward to the week. I hope everyone had a really great weekend. And tomorrow, I will see you guys a little bit later on. If you guys remember, I have that appointment at 10, so I'll probably see you guys around 2 o'clock there in the afternoon session. But I'll probably be in the trade room throughout the day. But hope everyone had a great day. If you guys liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it on social media, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day, guys. Have a good night. Take care. God bless, and stay safe.